That's on me, baby.
Shine on the beat.
Yeah, you can smoke if you wanna, but not on me, baby. And no, I ain't taking no loss. Yeah, I got heat, baby.
What's going on? Good morning, y'all. It's been a little minute. Had a couple things going on, so I ain't been able to really record like that, but I'm glad to be back on the microphone. And what's funny is I come back on a game that we've seen before, but this time with a different outcome. And that was Portland versus Los Angeles, man. Portland versus Los Angeles. LA picked up another W. It's about time. 126 to 117. LeBron had a hell of a game. He was able to surpass Wilt for number 5 all time, which that was great. But at the same time, not only was he able to pass Wilt, he did it with 44 points. I wanted him to go for 50. I don't know why LeBron gets the hot hand and then all of a sudden decides, yeah, well, I'm going to be a facilitator now. Nah, bro. The last time someone, or that's the most points scored since Kobe dropped 60 in his last game in Staples Center. And two different people. If that's Kobe, he got the hot hand going, he get 44. What you think he going to do? You tell me what you think he going to do. Well, not even 44, but he done made 5 3-point shots. Kobe going for 50. Maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? But still, kudos to LeBron, man, for passing Wilt and having a great game all around. But somebody tell Brandon Ingram to cut his hair. He need to let it go. Brandon Ingram, the power is not in your hair, my brother. You need to cut that off, because it's weighing you down, honestly. Like, looking at Brandon Ingram, he looked like he ain't got no confidence behind his jump shot. He really, and it's funny, he came from Duke. Yeah, we'll talk about that some other time. I ain't forgot about Zion. He's still just dunking. But we ain't talking about them right now. Brandon Ingram, cut your hair, my brother. Like, please, cut your hair. You need to get rid of that weight. It's holding you down and holding you back, honestly. Like, you need to do something, bro. A change needs to happen. Like, he just, looking at him, man, he just looks like, I don't know, he looked like a waste of space on the court. Like, honestly. Yeah, he put up, I think, like 17 last night, but still, man, like, LeBron could have had his triple-double had Brandon Ingram made a gimme shot. I mean, it's the end of the game. It really don't mean nothing. He shot an air ball, cuz. Like, Brandon Ingram, get it together, just please. One other thing that I saw last night, yo, Lonzo hustles. Lonzo ain't getting the credit that he deserves. And I wasn't sold on him, but multiple times last night, he created second chances for the team, and they were able to convert. And, you know, he gives effort on the court. He really does the small things, which it should be compared to Jason Kidd, because in his early days, Jason Kidd did all the small things and did them correctly, and it played out in the end. But even past that, man, Luke might end up being a good coach, but a player like Lonzo needs a Doc Rivers or a Mike Budenholzer or even Mike Woodson. I mean, give him Mark Jackson, somebody that has a point guard's mindset or a systems mindset and can help develop him and flourish. Like, LeBron low-key has stunted Lonzo's growth. That was his fault. It makes me think back to last year when those two met up on the court in Cleveland, put their jerseys over their mouth, and they started talking. LeBron like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry, but I'm going to Los Angeles next year. I hope you ain't mad at me. I was like, nah, it's good. You come on, bro. Come on. Come to Los Angeles and just mess up my career, stunt my growth while you at it. I appreciate it, Bron. Thank you so much. But keep it G with you, man. Looking at the Lakers and watching that game, I have more faith in a secondary Lakers lineup than I do the starters at this point. If you put Josh Hart, I watched Josh Hart, Lance, and I think JaVale was still on the floor, and Brandon Ingram was on the floor. If you put Josh Hart out there, instant offense, Lance and Rondo, both of them can facilitate the game. Rondo a little more under control as far as facilitation goes, but both of them can just get on people's nerves while they on the court. And you put Tyson out there, so you got a defensive anchor. You got Josh Hart can put up some buckets, and then at the time they had Brandon Ingram on the floor. Swap him out for LeBron and make LeBron the primary scorer during that time period. I mean do that, and it works out. It works out. That'll look good on the floor together. JaVale McGee. I didn't mention him in that lineup for one reason and one reason only. Because JaVale is still goofy. JaVale is still goofy. And the fact that Tyson can take his spot now and be a defensive anchor. But JaVale is still goofy. But I want to applaud him for taking advantage of the opportunity to play more minutes. Because he's proved, at this point, he's proved that he deserves to be in the league. Like, JaVale had 20 points last night, which was good. And, you know, he was disruptive, which is what we asked for. Bron, bro, you trash at the free throw line, my G. Like, you trash. I mean, there is no other way to say it. You had a good game last night. You played angry, and you know you made your free throws. But bro, from the line, you is trash. What really pissed me off, LeBron. It was right at the end of the second quarter. LeBron goes up to the free throw line. He missed one or two, and then comes right back down and drops a 30-footer. Like, my dude, how you miss free throws, gimmies, like that? It's free points. How you miss those and then come back down court on the very next possession and you got enough confidence to make a 30-footer? That just don't make sense to me, man. That really don't. Portland does not deserve praise in this game at all. Portland has a solid nucleus. All right, they got a solid nucleus. Dame had 31, CJ had 23, Nurkic had 21, Aminu had 18. That's against a whole lot of other teams. Against the Lakers, and LeBron ain't having a career night. You know, they can win with those type of numbers. But my issue comes in is Dame. I'm gonna point the finger at Dame. I rock with him. Dame is good in my book, but I'm pointing the finger at him because Dame was not efficient last night. Like he had a good game, 31 points. You know, 31 points, 8 rebounds and 11 assists. I mean, that's more than a good game if we be honest. But Dame, bruh, you can't go 8 for 23. I'm sorry. You shooting 34% from the field. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. You can't win games like that. And then, like a lot of these players don't realize, shooting 3-point shots can lose you a game. In case you think that changed, just because the Warriors can make a bunch of 3-point shots. 3-point shots can still lose you a game. Dame, you can't go 3 for 9. Like if it's not falling, give it up. Drive to the basket. You shot 11 of 12 from the free throw line. No, I'm lying. 12 of 13 from the free throw line last night. When you see that 3 ain't dropping, my G, drive to the basket because you can finish. You got finishing power. Pause. Drive to the basket. Get you a layup off. And if they foul you, you go into the free throw line to make the shot anyway. So that's 3 points right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they play the Portland Trailblazers play good defense. And what I don't understand is if you play defense and make 2-point shots, you can still win the game. Whether the team is a good 3-point shooting team or not. If you play defense on them and they shoot a gang of threes and miss them, your 2 points will make up for what they missed. You understand what I'm saying? That you don't have to just try and shoot 3-point shots the entire game. And watching those two teams that have what should be somewhat veteran players that have at least 3 to 5 years in the game, it's a lot of bums in the NBA, dog. It's a lot of bums in the NBA. And the crazy part, I know street ball players, and you can't even call them street. I know players who in high school knew the game enough to where if they were in the league today, they be killing. because they actually know how to play basketball. Bro, there's people in the league right now that don't know how to play basketball. Like, it's some bums in the NBA, dog, and it's getting out of hand. Like, y'all kids need to stop doing this one and done, because you ain't doing nothing but hurting the game on the pro level. You hurting the college level too, because you can't necessarily build a rivalry or have a great, like, you can't have these great contests and matchups no more, because they play 1 year and then they dip, don't know how to play in the NBA. They make a couple mil, but it doesn't last long, because half of them not gonna flourish. They're gonna be out here on their Jamarcus Russell tip, going home, not watching film, just got their check. You know, we good, we got the money, it's in the bank. Word, we good. Then I'll go out here, just do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it by, bruh. Come on, man. What you doing? But I digress though. I digress. You know, I ain't really had too much faith in watching. I didn't have, and I don't have now, a lot of faith in watching a whole bunch of these players in the NBA, because they bums. Like, when we really think about it, who we gonna have left? Bron retired, KD retired, which may not be too far off. When all this stuff happens, bruh, what we gonna do? When all these greats leave the game, we ain't gonna have nothing. The NBA is gonna be trash. It's gonna be like the 60s all over again. 2, maybe 3 players that's good, and everybody else just on the court. For real. But I digress, though. I digress. 76ers, they lost last night. I do not put a lot of stock in it. I hope you don't either, because Jimmy Butler played down. He wanted to see what they would do, and they wanted to see what he would do. Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, that is. Embiid did what he had to do, had a triple-double, but Jimmy Butler did not play his normal game because he wanted to see what they would do, which I'm not mad at him about. Duke, they put on a dunking contest last night. It's crazy. I'm still going to stand by what I said, bruh. Zion is just dunking. I need to see more. The dunks are coming. Yeah, it's coming easy. All right, cool. We know you could do that. Play a mid-range game for one game, one half. Do that, since it's so easy. And the only reason I go so hard for him, honestly, or go so hard on him, is because y'all think he's the next LeBron James. Y'all think he's a prodigy. I need to see more if he's a prodigy. I need to see more. That's all I'm saying. It ain't up for debate. I just need to see more. You might not have to see more, but I do. I need to see more. Outside of that, KD is leaving the Warriors. I hope they know that. He gonna dip out. KD gonna dip out, and Draymond, they don't give a damn about you, bro. I hope you know that. There's one thing that I want to get off my chest about Draymond, but I'm gonna do that at a later time. I want to get a bigger sample size before I do it, and I'm gonna get it off, man. I'm gonna get my rocks off on that. But yo, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. We done got past hump day. Only a couple more days left to the weekend. Thursday night football is tonight. We're gonna get a little look at that. But hey, man, I'll be back to holler at y'all a little later on. Getting them comments, like and subscribe. Gregory Santana on YouTube, Red Game Santana, Twitter, and Instagram.
I just want to say thank you to every hater. Thank you. Every other city I go, I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart. No more. I mean that.